eat only Krishna Prasad. How pure devotees see Krishna in the temple's deities. Today we are going to see more. Today we are going to understand that not only in the temple's deities, but the pure devotees see Krishna not only in the temple deities, but in every person they see Krishna's presence. In every tree, in every ant, in every cockroach, they will see Krishna's presence. I have heard of devotee who was a Westerner who was playing his badminton match or tennis. I'm not sure. I've forgotten. I heard about it some 15 years ago in my class by my teacher. That this particular player was an international player, and he was supposed to win the cup, and the last one point is what he needed, and one stroke would have been was an easy stroke, would have been made him the winner of the cup, but he plays it badly, badly. So everybody felt, how come he missed it, and the other person got the cup and he lost. So the interviewer asked him, how come it was such an easy shot that you could have given and won the cup? And it would be a very glorious thing that you would be winning. But how come you missed it? So he told that actually I knew I could do it. But if I had to hit, I had to just step one step forward, and where I wanted to keep, I saw an ant. If I kept my feet, it would lose its life. I thought it's okay to lose the cup, but it's not okay to kill the ant. Why did he do that? He was our Krishna conscious practitioner, a part of ISKCON by that time. So he or she, that also I do not know, that player was the part of ISKCON, and that particular player was aware that the Lord's presence is there even in the ant. So to save the ant, the player did not step on the ant to win the cup and lost the cup, but saved the ant's life, and the person was happy that he actually saved the ant's life. That is a devotee. That's a pure devotee. A pure devotee sees Krishna's presence even in ants. But he also understands that Krishna's presence is there in tigers and lions, and he does not go and embrace them. He keeps a distance from them. And Bhagavatam also teaches us that though we see everybody equally, when we become pure devotees, we should keep a distance from those who are not having good values, good character. Even if they are angry, proud, and if they're not dealing with others nicely, if they're envious, if they're revengeful, if they're violent, we are told by Srimad Bhagavatam that we are not supposed to make close friendship with such devotees, even if they are devotees. But we should treat them with respect. We should be kind to them when they approach us. That's how a pure devotee should be. And how should a pure devotee deal with superiors? With superiors, a pure devotee should deal with respect. With equals, a pure devotee deals with friendship. With juniors, he deals with them with so much of compassion. If the juniors are eager to hear about Krishna, then they are more eager to give them connection with Krishna, to give them love for Krishna. That's a pure devotee. All these points, we are getting it from the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 29, text number 18 onwards up to 22. I just finished reading only that much today. So, Canto number 3, Chapter number 29, text number 18 to 22. I saw a list of good qualities being quoted which devotees should have. What are the other qualities? Other qualities are, text 19 says, when one is fully qualified with these transcendental attributes, his consciousness is completely purified and he is immediately attracted simply by hearing my name. So if we really have those qualities, that is, we are respectful to seniors, compassionate to juniors, and friendly with equals, and if we are seeing Krishna's presence even in ants and animals, and we are not killing them, we are from our hands we are trying our best to respectfully deal with them. We don't simply cut the trees and kill them. So if we are like that, then Krishna becomes very pleased with us, and devotee is always eager to hear spiritual matters. Kumar Raji Solanki ji, Hare Krishna. So a devotee should always, yes, good evening. A devotee should always try to hear about spiritual matters and should always utilize his time in chanting the holy name of the Lord. His behavior should be straightforward and simple. And although he is not envious but friendly to everyone, he should avoid the company of persons who are not spiritually advanced. If somebody is not spiritually advanced, we should not make friendship with them so much. We should not spend much time, because if we spend too much time with those who are not spiritually advanced, then we may end up getting their qualities. That's why we should be careful. We should be there only to give association to those who are not spiritually advanced, and we should not be there to take association. From those who are spiritually advanced, we should take spiritual association. To the juniors, we should give spiritual association. That is what is expected by Srimad Bhagavatam. That's how a pure devotee will be. Then Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 29, text number 20 says, just as the air carries the fragrance from everywhere, same way this pure devotee catches the presence of Paramatma everywhere. So anywhere he sees, now I see here Kumar Rajiv Solanki ji. When I see him, I feel, see, Krishna has sent him today to hear about Krishna Katha. So he is Krishna sent person. So when we see a person, and I see one person in YouTube, so though I do not know who is that person, I feel Krishna has sent this person on YouTube to hear Krishna Katha. This is Krishna's person. So like this, we should try to see Krishna's presence in everyone whom we are meeting. Okay, so that is how a pure devotee sees. When we see like that, our anger, our hatred, our judgmental tendencies will go, my dear friends. Actually, I have started praying to Krishna. I told you that even to do small activities like even combing the hair, Krishna, please help me to do this activity, and then say thank you, Krishna. By doing that quite some time, and today actually I forgot to do that. I got occupied with some other serious issues coming up, and then I felt a little disturbed. Then I started thinking that Krishna is there. Whatever Krishna wants is happening. And I chanted some rounds. So clear, all the clarity came to me. That is, when we depend on Krishna for small things and say thank you, Krishna. Ask him just to help me to comb my hair. And then say thank you for helping me. Ask him while brushing, Krishna, please help me to do this activity nicely. And then as you finish brushing, say thank you, Krishna, for helping me. So by doing this more and more, our thinking clarity becomes very good. Rito him Rajaniji, Hare Krishna, and Dandavat pranams to you too. So what happens is our thinking becomes more clear, and instead of becoming a judge about other people's views and speech and behaviors, we become the lawyers for their behavior, lawyers for their mistakes, but we become judges for our mistake. For our mistake, we will say what we did is wrong. We should not have done it. But when it comes to others, we feel yes, in their situation, when they are feeling mentally so disturbed, then they could not do anything better. For them, we will say like that. But when it comes to us, we don't say, oh, for my situation, I could not do anything better. That's why I behave like. No, a pure devotee will not do that. A pure devotee is very strict with himself, and he is very lenient with others, because he sees them as Krishna sent people, and he sees them as less fortunate than himself. They're less fortunate. That is why they didn't get the privilege that I have got. That is why they're committing mistakes. If at all they got the privilege that I had got, they would have been far more nicer than me. So they're already much nicer people. All they need is some help, and that help I have not given. Therefore, they are not able to be better. If I do my part of service to them, they will behave more nicely. This way, a pure devotee will take the credit for all the mistakes that's happening in the society, and he takes the credit for all the mistakes that he is committing from himself, from his side. and he gives all the credit for all the good to Krishna and Guru and the Vaishnavas blessings. This is how a pure devotee is. And then here it's also like this: Krishna sees pure devotee sees Krishna's presence in everybody, and he just appreciates the people around. He appreciates the situations because he sees Krishna's hand in every situation. He sees Krishna's hand in the situation. He sees Krishna's presence in the people around. He sees Krishna's love in the reversal situations. So in everything he sees Krishna, and he loves everything which is around him. He loves everyone around him because he feels they are Krishna's people. This is Krishna given situation. So this is how a devotee is. A pure devotee says, text 20, chapter number 29, canto 3. And then the 21st verse says, I am present in every living entity as super soul. If someone neglects or disregards that super soul everywhere and engages himself in the worship of the deity in the temple, that's simply imitation. Now Kapila Dev, who is Supreme Personality himself, he is telling that if devotees are neglecting the people around them, means are not, see, one who worships the deity in the temple and does not show respect to others is a devotee on the material platform in the lowest stage of devotional service. A devotee should try to understand everything in relationship with Krishna and try to serve everything in that spirit. To serve everything means to engage everything in service of Krishna. If a person is innocent and does not know his relationship with Krishna, an advanced devotee should try to engage him in service of Krishna. One who is advanced in Krishna consciousness can engage not only the living being but everything in service of Krishna. So you see, if we become pure devotees, we will become experts in not only engaging ourselves but also engaging everyone and everything in service of Krishna. This is how a pure devotee should be. Because if he gets a small gift, he thinks, oh, this gift is so nice. And the person who gave this gift is also more nicer. So if this nice person's gift, if I teach it to Krishna, how much more benefit that nicer person would have got. Like this he thinks, and whatever gift he gets, he tries to use it in Krishna's service. That is a pure devotee. So then the text 22 says, one who worships the deity, but suppose if we don't respect people, but we only respect the deity in the temple, and we do pranam and worship the deity in the temple, but we fight with every single person in our life, with or without reason, we create an occasion and we fight. We create an excuse and we fight, even if there is no serious reason to fight. Suppose if we are like that, and if we are sincerely praying and worshipping Krishna, then Krishna is not at all happy and he does not accept that worship. He says that about that worship, he says how it is. You see in this verse 22, one who worships the deity of Godhead in the temples, but does not know that Supreme Lord as Paramatma is situated in every living entity's heart, must be in ignorance and is compared to one who offers oblations into ashes. See? So it is told here that the devotee must know that in every living entity, however insignificant he may be, even in an ant, God is present. Therefore, every living entity should be kindly treated and should not be subject to any violence. So this is what that devotee had read, and so he didn't stamp on the ant and he didn't hit the ball, and so he lost the game. He lost the cup, the final match, international final match. He lost it just because he didn't want to stamp on the ant. Why? Because he followed this line. The devotee must know that in every living entity, however insignificant he may be, even in an ant, God is present, and therefore every living entity should be kindly treated and should not be subjected to any violence. Now then Prabhupada says, these are the last lines of text 22 purport. I am reading it for you. In modern civilized society, slaughterhouses are regularly maintained and supported by certain type of religious principle. But without knowledge of the presence of God in every living entity, any so-called advancement of human civilization either spiritual or material, is to be understood as being in the mode of ignorance. So if we think that it is all right to maintain slaughterhouses, and if we are supporting it, then that is nothing but tamoguna, that is nothing but ignorance. Then we are actually not religious. If we are actually religious, we should understand the presence of God in every living being, in all his creation, and we should avoid killing them. But then the question comes, but then are you not eating vegetables? Isn't that sinful? So Prabhupada says that, Prabhupada answers to that question here when he says that, I just read out to you, I was very shocked that whatever I explained yesterday, that Prabhupada has actually spoken that in this words, that he says that, I just read it. Therefore, Prabhupada said that yes, there is life everywhere, but yes, here I think there is. Prabhupada says yes, there is life everywhere, but Prabhupada says certain things. See, the devotee, if his character not here, just now I read it. I am not able to find that. He says. Just now I read it. Krishna has to help me. Krishna, where is it? Please help me. Krishna, please help me. Where is this verse? Heart of every living being. Actually, okay, I will try to say where exactly, what exactly. Do not feel. Actually, it's here. Yes, Krishna showed to me. That is in the verse number Canto 3, chapter 29, text number 23. It says that one who offers me respect, translation you see here, one who offers me respect but is envious of the bodies of others and is therefore a separatist, never attains peace of mind because of his inimical behavior towards other living entities. And then, translation, Prabhupada says that Lord is always eager to deliver his conditioned souls who have been encaged within material bodies. Devotees are expected to carry the message or desire of the Lord to such conditioned souls and enlighten them with Krishna consciousness. Thus, they may be elevated to transcendental spiritual life and the mission of their lives to be successful. So, Prabhupada is saying, Amar Amarjitji, Hare Krishna. So, you see, Prabhupada is saying that when people are not aware of their relationship with Krishna and are suffering in their life, looking for love and relationship and value in relationship in others except in Krishna, then to such people who are suffering, we must go and explain to them that your real relative is Krishna, and Krishna is the best well-wisher, and he'll never leave your hands, and he loves you, and he's been with you. It's just that you are not being with Krishna. Krishna is with us, my dear friends, but are we with Krishna all the time? That's the question we have to ask and find the answer in ourselves. So this is what a pure devotee is supposed to go and tell people. And here Prabhupada says that Jiva Himsa. What is Jiva Himsa? Lord Chaitanya has recommended that a devotee not commit violence to any living entity. Sometimes the question is raised that since vegetables also have life and devotees take vegetable foodstuffs, isn't that violence? So, firstly, Prabhupada says, however, taking some leaves, twigs or fruit from a tree or plant does not kill the plant. See? Yesterday I told you, you are taking brinjal, you are not killing the plant. You are taking tomatoes, you are not killing the plant. You are taking rice. You need not kill the plant. When it dies, actually we beat the husk, we beat it, and so we actually don't kill the plant most of the times. We sometimes take their branches or the leaves or the fruits or the flowers, right? So, but Prabhupada is saying, besides that, Jiva Himsa means that since every living entity has to pass through a particular type of body according to his past karma, although every living entity is eternal, he should not be disturbed in his gradual evolution. A devotee has to execute the principles of devotional service exactly as they are, and he must know that however insignificant a living entity may be, Lord is present within him. So we should know that Lord is present in the cow, Lord is present in the bull, Lord is present in the goat and sheep and hen and fish and even in the eggs. So don't kill them. Let them live their life till they're supposed to live. So that is not jiva himsa. If we try to interfere in their lifespan and we end up their lifespan for our taste of our tongue, then that is jiva himsa, which we should not do, which pure devotees do not do. And pure devotees, yes, but aren't they eating some of the plants which are pulled from the root even before their lifespan finishes? Yes, but that much is allowed. Plants, yesterday I told you in 9th chapter Bhagavad Gita, 26th verse, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati. Krishna says, if you give me leaves, fruits, flowers, and water and the juices, then I do accept. If you give it bhakti, I accept. So we are supposed to cook some vegetarian food and offer to Krishna with bhakti and then eat the prasad, and that much is allowed. So with that, we end the English session. Now we're going to start the Hindi session, my dear friends. Those of you could not understand or joined late now, if you can understand Hindi, please join us for our Hindi session on YouTube and on Bhagavad Gita page. In 5 minutes, we'll join.